Welcome class. I wanted to do this video to show you folks how to find a few very key important things in this course in case you couldn't find them. First of all, if you'll pull down, start with the learning path. This is the best way to do. Click the learning path in your class so you'll be on the same page here. The first thing to do is to, of course, look in the welcome section. This is where you're going to find a lot of important information. My biography is there, which has a phone number that you can check, and you can call me at certain times, but you can also call me and we can make arrangements and so forth. Beware the late policy, which is right here. This is all under the welcome section. Another section you need to take a look at is the Start Here button. Here is where you have the course overview, readings and assignments. Let's go here. Let's go into readings and assignments. Readings and assignments is very important because this will tell you what we're going to be doing for the next week. It also can sometimes tell you when things are due. That's very important as well. Now, right here is where, right here, oops, let's do this right. Right here is where you will find your Politics in America text. When you click that button, it should go right to the text for you. You shouldn't have to do anything other than that. Once you have, this is going to come up. It's going to take a second. You're going to say you have to click I agree, accept, and then there's your book. And of course, this will give you an overview that you can go through. We're not going to go through that here. I'm going to go back to the readings assignments. You can always go back to where you were from. It's not always best. It's always best to use the breadcrumbs up above on the left to go back. Sometimes your computer can get and the browser can get confused. So sometimes if you have breadcrumbs, it's always the best to use that. Another place for you to check for things, again, if you have questions for me, here is the questions for the professor section. You can click that. I have a section here where you can ask me all kinds of questions. That's what that section is there for. And I have a section in here where I posted things like how can you find your textbook, which is very important. And of course, tips for successful online learning. I've already posted that for you in a post, but I may even send you an email on that one. As we go back to the learning path, notice I always go back to the learning path. That's always important because that's the place that you can start most of your things, most of your search from. Now, before we get into all the weekly material, first of all, I want you to be aware of this section down here, which is the resources section. You, folks, being the learner, will have several areas. You have several things that can come up that will help you find all kinds of information. There are the rubrics for the course, the essay rubrics for every week, the discussion rubrics. These are all here. The online writing, you have a list of writing videos that I have set up for you. In this class, you need to learn to write in a more academic manner. And if you don't know what that is, that's fine. I'm going to tell you what it is. And here is where you will find those areas. Also, an important video here on why we don't use encyclopedias, Wikipedias, that sort of thing. They are much too general for this course. You are in college, and those are much too general for college courses. You also have online writing links. These are areas that will help you with all kinds of things. These are sometimes our handouts, but these two here, the OWL English link and the citation machine, will particularly help you put things into the proper MLA format when you're setting up your citations. These are very important for both your discussions and your papers. There are also all other kinds of places here as well. As you go into the learning section, don't forget that there's also other things here. If you need help from let's go to the top. If you need help here from, where'd it go? Oh, I'm so sorry. If you need help from, here we are, AI help. You've got my faculty biography there as well. You have the questions for me. This is also counter-posted there. You have the AI help area, and of course, another place where you can find your textbook. This is an external link that may be helpful or may not be helpful. We're going to try it out. So every way you go, there's always a where to find your textbook, and this is a good place to find it. And again, as you go into this, you'll be able to find that the chapters and sections match up with what's in the readings section as well. When we go back, again, back to the learning path, one thing I want you to be aware of if you're kind of worried about when things are coming up, well, there's a few things. We have the class calendar, which is right here. Now, this class calendar is good for several areas, even though this is a different course. But on Tuesdays and Thursdays, there's this thing called office hours. Those are all available to you, and if you need to get a hold of me, there's the times that you can call. This is the phone number you can call me at. No appointment needed. You can also check my email and send me an email as well. But in case you need to call me, you certainly can. There's also deadlines for assignments that have come up. These are pre-programmed into the computer and should be there presently. Okay. On that note, that's pretty much where we are listed today. If you have any questions, of course, please let me know, and we can move forward with this as we're going on. Thank you very much for listening, and I hope this course will help you. I hope this little video will help you find some key areas that you need to find. Thanks again.